Cus was an interesting guy. He had the concept of fear down to a science. And most of his fighting was mostly psychologically. He believed the physical actuality of boxing was only 10% when the mind was 90%. He always believed in improving yourself and strengthening your mind. He was a strong believer that your body only purpose was to carry your brain. He believed fighting was your opponent's surrender, his total destruction. And he didn't think of it as, even though he said it was savage and ferociously, you had to do it in such a relaxed and calm state. A really scientific way of destroying. He enjoyed hurting the opponent. He wanted them to never have a chance to believe they could beat you.
What's up, fight fans? It's your man, the face of boxing, man. And I'm here to kick this bullshit until they get off that bullshit. And I can do this all day. I can do it for a week. I can do it a month. Or I can run the whole marathon. This is the face of boxing tour de fucking France. And y'all motherfuckers better get used to the eyebrows. Because they going to be here as long as y'all keep acting queer. So shout out to the Gypsy Queen. And shout out to all of the bum lame dudes that's trying to make this shit all the way messed up. And I'm going to talk on all of that. But right now, for all of those who are still encouraged, for all those that are still looking forward to everything taking place in the boxing world, for all of y'all that are still geared up and expecting a great weekend of boxing, I just wanted to go ahead and let you guys know what happens to be taking place this weekend. So I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys are fired up. I hope you guys are, truthfully looking forward to your experience. I really do. Because when other people are excited about boxing, the face of boxing gets excited about boxing. But unfortunately, there ain't much for me to be excited about. So the only thing I truly get excited about is living vicariously through y'all. Because once again, the fans are always the heartbeat. And everything else don't even matter, man. When they not putting on, they don't matter, man. They just be making me mad. Now let's get to it. Okay, for the weekend of June 19th, if you guys are looking for an exhibition to watch, something that I'm not fucking very fond of, something that I'm not even wanting to get up on, something that I'm not even trying to even speak on or get on that level because I have respect for one gentleman way too much just to bring his name up in this situation, and I have a lot of disrespect for the other. High-heeled, blue hair, smirk, Mr. No, Mr. No himself. My shoulder, my nose, I can't breathe, my lip, my arm too fucking limp, I can't lift it all the way up to throw a jab. Funny looking gay dude. Okay, anyway, back to it, man. We're talking about Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. will be taking on the great Hector Macho Camacho. And they will be squaring off in an exhibition match. And for all you people that would like to see Camacho, see how he still moves, see how he still gets around the ring, one of the most amazing movers in boxing history. This gentleman just embodies everything that the sweet science really is. So if you want to see if Hector still got it, just to see him move around in the ring a little bit, that's something you can catch up on. Excuse me. Otherwise, other than that, we can go to Boxing Games Frankenstein. It happens to fall on the same weekend. If this is a guy that excites you, if this is a guy that you're interested in, a guy who is known to fight nothing but the best of tomato cans, a guy who's known to crush the sweetest of tomatoes, the guy who is known to fight, kids that have just regressed in class over and over again and just can't even make it out of the 9th goddamn grade and just won't even freaking graduate from the senior year of boxing because they're just too inferior. They just don't have it. They just don't have that mindset to be great. And the ones that did, when they least expected it, they robbed them. Shout out to Dennis Hogan, the real WBO champion at 154. Anyway, Jaime, the Mexican Frankenstein Munguia, will be taking on Camille Cerzameda in the same weekend of June 19th. So if that's something you guys are interested in checking out, boom, there you go. The face of boxing is giving you that work. So that's something you could look forward to. But over all things, There is one thing that you really could look forward to. There's one guy that sits very high on my pound-for-pound list in the top 5, as a matter of fact. One guy that crushes everything. One little guy that is that monster. That is that beast. That is that beast that we had to bring over all the way far from the motherfucking east. I'm talking about Naoya Inoue. He'll be fighting Mike Desmarians. So you can look forward to that this weekend as well on ESPN and Top Rank. And then we have, of course, the usual suspect, the fight that everybody's going to be watching, the fight that we all know is going to happen, the fight that we all know this guy is going to get knocked out in. And if he doesn't, we already know we're going to be talking cash shit. Teofimo Lopez will be taking on George Kambosos in what is the Undisputed Championship. Nope, my bad. Oops. The Undisputed Franchise Championship of the world at 135 pounds. Because he ain't shit until he meet Devin Haney. And if he don't meet Devin Haney, then he ain't shit. Well, that's what you guys have. That's what you guys have this weekend in the boxing world. You know, you're looking for fights with Teofimo. You know, we even got exhibitions going on with goddamn Hector Macho Camacho, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., who don't even deserve to be in exhibitions. I mean, like, this is the type of shit boxing is entertaining. And I'm sure somewhere in the ass crack of wherever you can find leather gloves, you'll probably find a YouTuber waiting to capitalize and shit all on those boxing dates. All I'm saying is, yes, we're looking forward to a bunch of fights. Yes, it is a stacked week of boxing, but really, how great is this weekend of boxing? How many of those fights that are you going to watch this weekend are going to be 50-50 fights? How many of those fights are you going to watch this weekend? Are they really going to give you your value? How many of those fights that you're going to watch this weekend is something that you have to tune in and say somebody's going to give reputable work that they could potentially lose? I mean, shit. When we want to think of Jaime Munguia, that could be the case. He could possibly lose at any time if you want to watch him. I mean, this dude is defensively inferior in every sense of the word. See, fight fans, give me 1 second, man. Get a face of boxing 1 second, man. Because I'm not here to over-romanticize and hype up and do a live or anything of this nature just to bring you guys to the table, to talk to you guys about a weekend that is absolute bullshit, that we're going to tune in. Yes, we will support our fighters. Yes, we will do our program to support our fighters. But my whole thing is we have been doing a whole lot of support in boxing. When is boxing going to support us back with some valuable viewership? And to all of these clown Negroes in the world that's telling you this promotional outfit is putting on great fights all of this summer and things of that nature. Just because they throw up a card, they regurgitate a card of recycled bottled individuals that they have on their network, doesn't make it a great fight season, because they're offering you up the last pickings of what they can offer you up. There are plenty of great fights to go around, greater than the fights that are mentioned. We've already saw one redundant practice done twice over, we're about to see it a third time. Now we're getting Manny Pacquiao versus Errol Spence. Great! It's a great fight. I'm not knocking that. But it's not great on Errol's behalf. It is simply only great because Manny at the age of 42 is stepping up, and we are looking to see what Manny Pacquiao still has left in the tank based off of what he did against a Keith Thurman. Not an Errol Spence who hasn't knocked out a soul since 2018, and one of those souls happens to be a 135-pound Mikey Garcia who came up to 147 pounds. Now you help that shit make sense. But hey, these are the great cards. So, you know, shout out to me for being a hater, I guess. Because if you want to look at it for what it is, it's nothing but recycle and reuse. Recycle and reuse. And I'm sorry if the fans shouldn't even be appreciative of that. I'm sorry if that's nothing that the fans should be excited of. Because all they're doing is shoveling us shit. We want experience that are going to mean something, that are going to motivate the fans of boxing, that are going to motivate the young guys coming up in boxing to be great. Because all you guys are showing them is, hey, let's keep it in-house. Hey, let's play these tribal freaking racist games or whatever. Hey, let's infect the minds of children and show them how to be chumps and not champions. But hey, there's your weekend of boxing, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're excited about it, hey, I guess Two Hands is excited for you. And that's all we got to say at the end of this shit. It costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. And as always, you make them earn your fucking viewership. Because right now, what you're getting, is like the dude who doesn't have any options, so he's taking the sex from the fat chick that he doesn't want, but he's dreaming about the fucking 10 with Celine on that he could never lay with. Hey, man. As we always say at the end of this shit, costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. It's the motherfucking boss. Respect, though.
And no one can whoop him. That's when that little Cassius Clay from Louisville, Kentucky came up and stopped Sonny Liston, the man who annihilated Floyd Patterson twice. He was going to kill me. But he hit harder than George. His reach was longer than George. He was a better boxer than George. And I'm better now than I was when you saw that 22-year-old undeveloped kid running from Sonny Liston. I'm experienced now, professional. Jaw's been broke, been knocked down a couple of times. I'm bad. Been chopping trees. I done something new for this fight. I done wrestled with an alligator. That's right. I have wrestled with an alligator. I done tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning, throw thunder in jail. That's bad. Only last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick.
Man, dude.
Bad. Fast. Last night, I cut the light off in my bedroom, hit the switch, was in the bed before the room was dark.
Incredible.
Fast.
Incredible.
And you, George Foreman, all of you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him. All of you. I know you got him. I know you got him picked, but the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.